the point is, in the first century, how bankrupt was Judaism? Yeah, they had some big problems. I mean, go back and read Matthew 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, right? Jesus just lays the axe at the tree, at the root of the tree. Like John said, it was already there. Wow. And, I'll leave your house to you desolate. You're not going to see me again until you cry out, Baruch haba Shem Adonai, blessed who comes in the name of the Lord. So Yeshua had some harsh words to say to the leaders, but how about the word of God itself? Was that corrupt? Did Jesus have to replace that? Old is out, new is in? We talk about testaments. All right, let's keep reading. Let's see how much time I got. About 5 more minutes. Let's keep reading Pastor Guzik. I think I can finish this quote from him. He writes, quote, Jesus came to introduce something new, not to patch up something old. Ah, why not? Why couldn't he patch it up? What was so foul about a Messianic Jew that it had to be replaced with a Gentile Christian? Understand my challenge there? Even in today's Christian dialogues, many Christians can't envision Messianic Judaism. I visit churches when I was in America. I visit churches and I wear my kippah, I wear my talit, I wear my Jewish-looking garb. And I show up and I sit in the pews and people look at me and their eyes are really wide like saucers and they're blinking, and someone work up the nerve and they walk up to me and ask me, and hi, welcome to our church. Who are you and what is all this about? They've never met such a creature, right? A Jew who believes in Jesus? How quaint. But stop. Wait a minute. In the first century, it wasn't quaint to meet a Jew who believed in Jesus. What was quaint or odd or quirky was to meet a non-Jew who believed in Jesus. Understand what I'm saying here? So we got this thing all kind of flip-flopped and backwards by today's standards. Messianic Judaism, that's a weird creature. No, actually that was the norm in Jesus' day. It's Gentiles that would have been the weird creatures, right? Gentile Christians, all right? So let's just go back into context. Pastor Guzik continues, this is what salvation is all about. In doing this, Jesus doesn't destroy the old law. Now I like that. Give him that credit. Jesus doesn't destroy the old law, but he fulfills it. Which is basically the same as saying that he moved it out of the way. He didn't destroy it, but he put it on the shelf. He put it on the back burner and turned off the stove. Right? The water's not boiling anymore. It's a discontinued project, right? It's shelved. It's been mothballed. We threw the cloth over it, and it's sitting in that big giant warehouse where the Ark of the Covenant is also resting. Things like that. That's kind of the idea of Christianity's view of Judaism, right? When they say he fulfills it. Just as an acorn is fulfilled when it grows into an oak tree. But last time I checked, the seed does get destroyed, right? It gets replaced by the tree itself. I don't even think you could probably find the original acorn. Is it in the ground there somewhere? I mean, are there remnants of that husk? Who knows? But in other words, I'm not following along with this example. It's unfortunate the word fulfill there is not supposed to mean replaced or done away with, but in modern Christian mindset, in the historical mindset that was kind of carried along through the centuries, and I'm closing with this, fulfillment does in fact basically mean the same thing as replaced and done away with. He closes by saying there's a sense in which the acorn is gone, but its purpose is fulfilled in greatness. And he put the emphasis in all of those places there, the paragraphs and stuff. I didn't do that. All right, so that's that'll do it for Pastor David Guzik. If I click on the footnote number 8 there, you can see that I pulled his resource from www.enduringword.com. I do recommend that you go check out his commentaries. They're highly respected. They're reliable. For the most part, on the foundational parts of the Bible, they hit the nail on the head. He's not sensational, right? He's not out to just sell books. If he was, he wouldn't be giving this stuff away for free. So I bless him, and for his work, it's invaluable. So I continue to use his commentaries whenever I need to look something up. But when it comes to this very difficult topic of explaining first century Judaism and how the Torah still fits in our lives, Modern historical Christianity is always going to wrestle with this idea. What do we do with Israel? What do we do with Messianic Judaism? What do we do with the law of Moses now that the New Testament is a part of our canon? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? So there's where you're always going to find some challenges in modern Christian authorship when it comes to the law of Moses, understanding the Apostle Paul, Messianic Judaism, things like that. So for those special cases, it might be necessary, like I'm going to do in my commentary eventually, to jump into Christian authors who've already come to a better understanding of the law of Moses and Judaism and things like that. But that'll do it now for Judaism v. Christianity. Are Judaism and Christianity incompatible with one another?